All right, Jimmy D here with a NoodleNet update before I go out for a lunchtime long coffee trip, which is basically a walk on a very hot day. And I just wanted to update what I did last night to Noodle PKM. I had a late night. My wife was getting in from New England, and I wanted to start adding it. And one thing to remember with NoodleNet PKM is that it's a second brain, and it's operating on similar second brain concepts that you see being discussed on the internet now, using the power method. And it's something that I really believe in. The problem is, and it's something I've mentioned multiple times, is that my ability to manage a system like that is it's not realistic. I've got so many things going on during the day. I've got so many things going on in my Noodle. It's just not the way my Noodle noodles. And so I'd create the best systems, and well, because I had to manage it, I'd have to move through buckets. I'd have to make lists. I'd have to do all those type things. It just never really evolved the way it should have. So as you know, NoodleNet is a second. NoodleNet in general is an AIOS management system with easy to configure agents and environments. And with NoodleNet PKM, well, it's a personal knowledge management system. It's a second brain, but it's a second brain for people like me. And one of the issues that I had is that the idea behind it is that you can have input to the second brain in multiple ways. I mean, through the day, I'll add a note to a written note on a regular paper. I'll write it in a notepad. I'll be talking to my phone. I'll be talking in my car. There's a lot of ways that I'll be entering in information. And in the past, I'd enter all that information, and I would never link the items or never find connections or never remember it. And that's where my agents come in the background. They do all of this for me. They gather things and they find connections and things that maybe I forgot. Well, one of the problems is that I want to sit there and map those Noodle inputs. And so I added this last night. I had, first off, I adjusted this so the interface looks a little bit better. This tells me the space, something I'm still deciding on whether I should go with this orange or the orange on the front, but I added that. You can actually change the screen color, but I need to make sure that that's across the board. It's global, but I added this. I added a map, and one thing I want to show you here is this is the map of the data inputs. And yes, you can see it from the 10-foot view. There's a little bit of formatting here that I have to fix, but that's the idea, is that I can see it from the 10-foot view. I haven't decided if I want to make it so I can click through them and get a big pop-up that tells me where it is. But it's just an idea where I can get it through. It's fully functional, right? And it's dynamic. Remember, the agents in the back are automatically always polling these and getting this information. But really what matters is this, is that, look, it's in the NoodleNet interface. So whether I'm utilizing the NoodleNet appliance, which is one that is servicing NoodleNet PKM, which again, I can log into it, for me it's .50, I can log into it and I can manage it, or I'm doing it from NoodleNet Pro, which is my environment here where I have all of my applications, and I can move these around right now. And this is just a general management interface that goes out and queries it, but I'm going to add a little bit more to it, but it tells me what it is, what it's doing, why it matters, the notes that are all part of it. And that's the concept of NoodleNet, because I can have access to all of these apps. I've got my little desktop apps here. I can add desktop apps or Noodle Nuggets to it. I can sit there and get all of this information in one place. And best of all, and it's something I posted about before, best of all is that I can have as many of these NoodleNet appliances, and they can all be doing different things. So if I wanted to, the PKM, right? Well, that's a separate NoodleNet appliance that actually connects to my TV. But I can have, let's say I wanted to have a NoodleNet appliance that, I'm over here in sales, right? And projects is something that I'm running all the time. And now it's getting bigger, and I want to make it team-wise because it's profile-based. I can actually sit there and throw that on a NoodleNet appliance. It runs by itself. It's a full-blown AIOS, and NoodleNet Pro, this environment here, can talk to it. People can log into it independently. It can actually serve applications independently. And I can pull those applications up here inside the environment. It's an exciting time. I love what's going on here. The second brain is it's one of my personal passion projects because it allows me to think across across the board and actually see where things are going. All right, Jimmy D here. Peace out.